Hi everyone, this is Terence Tan, the I'm Possible Investor. Market did something crazy again, yet another time. Right now, market went up and up and up. Right, what should you do? What should you be doing right now? This is what you should be doing right now. You should be thinking about selling. Yeah, right. Now, if you're not already doing it, all right, and you have positions in your portfolio right now, and you are holding on to stocks where you're not very keen to be holding them when the market sells off again, or you have some profits that you want to take before it's too late. This is the word you need to pay attention to right now. Okay, now why do we say that over here? Simply because the market is not done. The market is not done with its selling off over here. There is so much more that is going to come about and happen in the markets. Jobless numbers have not reached the peak over here. The impact on the economic conditions in terms of business shutting up with the COVID-19 issues over here has not escalated. The earnings seasons in the US is about to kick off. That's going to be a disaster as well. So there's a lot that's going to come up in place over here. But in the near term, it's all about the fire cannons that all the governments around the world has been putting up, all the quantitative easings, all the great packages that they've been putting up. Right, that's what is in investors' minds right now. Right, so this has led to a big bounce in the market yesterday. It's gone up by 6%. Right, but you should be taking advantage of this time right now. Right, and liquidating some of your positions and getting your cash hauled up for the next sell-off over here to reposition your entire portfolio. Right now, my graduates over here, this is the time where you can practice what we call the delay repair. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'll just cover it in one of our free webinars in the graduates group over here. Go have a look at it. What's a delay repair action? Yeah, all right. Understand it well, and you might want to consider this action on some of your trades that are open right now. Okay, all right now. So with that over here, let's get to the pictures and let's get to some of the websites that I want to share with you what's going on over here. Okay, this is what I meant over here. All right, the SPY, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all right, all have risen almost 7% from yesterday's close. All right, or the day before's close over here. This has led to a big upsurge over here, and now it's being carried forward, all right, by the European markets as well. Things are going well. Up today, pre-markets before the market opens, the US futures are up about another 2.6%, and this will make it a 10% move in 2 days. Yeah, all right. Now, don't you start thinking everything is going to be good, right? Because the sell-off, all right, or next wave over here might just come around, all right, to you tonight. Yeah, okay, all right. Now, have a look at this. Okay, what we have over here is a slight breakthrough, but we are nowhere clear of the 2700 level next, right? It has to break through this level over here, which it may not, all right? And then after that, the next level we'll be looking at, of course, is the big 2,900 levels. Right now, so we do have a long way to go over here. We are not anywhere near done yet. These are just falling off from the recent market sell-offs that was screened to us about 2.5 weeks back or about 2 weeks back over here. You could see the MACD is still negative right now. Yes, it's coming up, all right, but it's still nowhere near the zero mark over here, so we still have a long way to go. Apart from that, there are many things else that's going on over here. I just want to show you a quick thing about it. The volatility index may seem like it has fallen over here, but it's barely moved. Yeah, all right. Can you imagine that? A day when the market is up. Yeah, all right. A day when the market is up about 7%, right? And what did the volatility in the markets do? It did absolutely nothing. All right. Now, and if you downscale it over here, right, to the very short 1 minute charts, you could see something really interesting happening in the very last minute of the markets. Right, you could see over here the last 3 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, the last 5 minutes in the market, you could see volatility spiking up over here. All right, in fact, it went from near the lows, about 43.70 over here, all right, all the way upwards towards 44.90. That's a climb of almost 1 point over here in the VIX index. Yeah, all right, okay, now, so that's something you don't want to be seeing when the market is having a very big update. Now, so what am I looking out for over here? I'm looking out to close some of the positions on profits that I have right now. Yeah, all right, I may actually start looking into putting what I call into action over here, the delayed repair techniques that I've shared with my community in their closed groups over here on how they can do their trade managements as well. Right now, apart from that, I want to share something else with all of you. right? Where am I going to look at for opportunities going forward over here in the coming days? All right, this is where I'm going. Yeah, all right, I'm going to the industrial sector of consumer staples. Right now, why do I say consumer staples over here? Because if you look at where it fell from, it started off at $64 on the ETF before the markets collapsed over here. All right, yes, it went downright terrible to a low of about 48 over here, but it's since bounced back up to 57. Yeah, right now that has made the fall over here really, really negligible. All right, and we have also what we call hit the resistance level in the last sell-off in the bounce that we have. All right, so it may actually be a time to look for some short opportunities over here in this particular sector. Yeah, right now you could go down to individual stocks that have shown a lot of strength amidst all the selling. All right, so in this we are talking about probably companies like Walmart, yeah, all right, who has been barely unscathed over here, all right, during the last sell-off. Right, prices has barely fallen at all. It stayed at their high levels over here. And why do I say these are all opportunities? Actually, it's really, really simple, right? Because when times are bad over here, investors or retail investors are going to start reclaiming on some of their funds over here, right? And when there's a reclaim of funds, one of the biggest funds out there, being invested in is none other than the SPY ETF, which is the S&P 500 ETF. Now, can you imagine when there are redemptions going on the S&P 500 ETF, right? What's going to happen over here is when the ETF is being sold, all index component stocks will have to be sold in return or exchange as well. Now, so this is going to be leading on to an effect over here onto Walmart because that's going to lead to some selling pressure on Walmart, all right? And because it has not been hit by the markets in the last sell-off over here. So what's going to happen is it might spook investors who are actually holding on to Walmart positions in this strength, all right, or trigger off their cut losses over here, and that could spiral very quickly for a company like Walmart. Right? If you want something that's more plain Jane, you can look at this ETF, which is consumer staples, and take some short positions in that. Another sector that I really, really want to look at some short opportunities over here is definitely technology. Right, technology has a bounce up again as well, and now it's coming close to the 200 moving average level. Yeah, right. It's also where the last bounce in the sell-off was over here. So this is a good place over here to look for some, short positions going into the current markets and benefit from the next turn down in the markets. Right now, if you're going to look for individual companies over here, individual companies over here like Microsoft over here really, really picks my interest. Right, again, it's another company which has been barely affected by the last sell-off, right? And again, a liquidation of ETF funds over here, which is the SPY ETF fund, right, may actually cause the same effect like what I've described over here earlier in Walmart. Right now, so now is not the time to go ahead to buy in the markets. Yeah, if you have bought some in the last fall short over here, right now, this is the time to think about liquidating some of your positions over here. Yeah, okay, like I've told some of my students when MGM results over here was trading around the $8 level, all right, you could go ahead and think about picking some of them up. They've since bounced to about $12.50 in less than 2 weeks, right? So right, another company that I was telling both in my public videos as well as to my graduates community about a lot over here is just Prudential. Right now, Prudential, we were looking at it when it was trading around the $40 mark over here. All right, okay, and at $40 mark, right, it was presenting really, really good dividend return for anybody who's in this company for the long run over here, and it has since bounced to $49. That's a massive $10 move over here, right, in the last 2 weeks of trading in the markets. Yeah, right now. So that's again some good profit potential over there. But now is definitely not the time to go long on any of these stocks over here. Yeah, okay, now is the time to be patient, wait for the next turn down over here, and then load up your long positions as well. Right now, so for option sellers, you want to go long, all right, you want to sell your put options over here. Now is not the time. Yeah, all right, volatility has fallen because of market recovery over here. All right, so now is definitely not the time to establish on these positions, right? And if you do have some of them open over here, this is the time to think about closing on to some of them, right? And repositioning your portfolio for the next wave that is about to come. Yeah, okay, now, so I just want to highlight, these to your attentions over here before the market comes into this next wave. So I hope you did enjoy this video over here in terms of the market update. So beware, don't get fooled by the market over here. There's a lot of data that's still coming out for the rest of the week. I wish all of you well in the financial markets. There's a lot of opportunities out there to make money in a high volatile environment if you know how to trade options and if you know how to sell options over here in general as well. Right now, so this is Terrence Tan over here. I'm Possible Investor. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. All right, if you like more up market updates or trade suggestions and ideas over here, all right, now click on the subscribe button over here in my YouTube channel. All right, so you will be notified when I start uploading some videos in the next few days coming around. Right now, see you. Stay safe. Stay positive in this market over here, and keep yourself healthy. All right, see ya.